Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer number 12, which is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 29. We have been reading it, the purport by Srila Prabhupada. So I'll just read the translation. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. So that's what Kunti Maharani is saying, and Srila Prabhupada has given beautiful purport for us to understand this point, that the Lord is not partial. So we are going to continue reading from the purport. The appearance and disappearance of the Lord within this material world are called Chikir Shitam, pastimes. It is Krishna's pastime that he comes. Of course, when the Lord comes, he has some work to perform, to protect the sadhu and kill those who are against the sadhu. But both of these activities are his pastimes. So Krishna, when he comes, he does something. He does something. And what does he do? He protects the devotees, and he kills those who are troubling the devotees. But both of them are pastimes. Both of them. As we read yesterday, that, oh, how is he doing this? How is he being good to the Kaurava family, in the Kurukshetra war? Only the Pandavas were saved. Everyone died. But everyone who died on the battlefield, looking at Krishna, they all got liberated. So Krishna's protection and Krishna's killing is the same. Everybody is getting the ultimate goal, getting liberated, going to the spiritual world. There's no difference. The Lord is not envious. The killing of the demons is also a display of his affection. Sometimes we may punish our children by giving them a very strong slap because of love. Similarly, when Krishna kills a demon, this killing is not on the platform of material jealousy or envy, but on the platform of affection. So we have to try to understand, when we are trying to understand Krishna, we have to understand that we are all his children. We are all his children. And so how does a father act towards his child? The father slaps a child when he's naughty. Why? So that he can stop doing more mischief. Because if he does more mischief, he's going to put himself in more trouble. He may hurt himself. He may seriously endanger himself. So Krishna is like that. He's out of love. We are not able to understand because we don't know what is love. Our actions are based on envy, jealousy, pride, arrogance. What is our activity based on? But Krishna's activity is based on love. He's coming from a place of love. Therefore, it is mentioned in the Shastras, the Vedic literatures, that even the demons killed by the Lord attain immediate salvation. So he kills them apparently here, but where are they going? They're getting liberated. They're going to the spiritual world. He's like, enough nonsense now, cut it out. Putana, for example, was a demoniac witch who wanted to kill Krishna. When Krishna was performing pastimes as a small child, she coated the nipple of her breast with poison and approached Krishna's home to offer the milk of her breast. When Krishna sucks my nipple, she thought, the child will immediately die. But that was not possible. Who can kill Krishna? Instead, she herself was killed. For Krishna sucked the nipple and also sucked out her life altogether. But what was the result? Krishna took the bright side. This demoniac woman came to kill me, he thought. But somehow or the other, I have sucked her breast milk, so she is my mother. Thus, Putana attained the position of Krishna's mother in the spiritual world. This is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, where Uddhav says to Vidur that Krishna is so kind. God is so kind that even the witch who wanted to kill him with poison was accepted as his mother. Since Krishna is such a kind God, he said, whom else shall I worship but Krishna? So Uddhava is speaking this pastime to Vidura in Srimad Bhagavatam, saying that how kind God is. Krishna is so kind. Krishna's heart, we can see how Krishna's heart is all full of love. Putana is coming to kill him. She puts puts poison on her breast, and she gives the milk to him, thinking that baby Krishna is going to die when he drinks the milk. But Krishna is God, who can kill him, you know. Even if he's a baby, he's still God. It's not that he has to undergo anything to become God. No, God is always God. So what did he do? He sucked the milk and he sucked the life also out of her, and she died. But what was her destination? Where did she go after she died? Then Krishna thought, after all, I've drank her milk. Drinking milk from someone means mother, right? So what did Krishna do? He brings her back to Golok Vrindavan, to spiritual world, immediately liberated, and gives her the position of a nurse over there. So Uddhava is saying that Krishna is so kind. He's so kind that someone is trying to kill him, and yet he's giving him the highest position. He's giving Putna the highest position. Then Uddhava is saying Krishna is such a kind God. Whom else shall I worship other than Krishna? There's no one more loving than Krishna. There's no one more kinder than Krishna. He's the most loving person, most loving. And so Uddhava is saying, I want to worship him. There's no one else who can take the position of Krishna. Kunti Devi says, Na yasya kaschid daitaha. The word daita means favorite. Krishna favors no one. Dveshayascha. And no one is Krishna's enemy. So Krishna does not have any favorite or any enemy. If we see, so let's read on. We expect some benediction or profit from a friend and harmful activities from an enemy. But Krishna is so perfect that no one can harm him, nor can anyone give him anything. So who can be his friend or enemy? Na yasya kaschid daitosti. He doesn't need anyone's favor. He's complete. I may be a very poor man, and therefore I may expect some favor from a friend, but that is because I am imperfect, because I'm not full, because I'm deficient in so many ways. I'm always needy, and therefore I want to create some friend, and similarly, I hate an enemy. But since Krishna is the supreme, no one can harm Krishna, nor can anyone give Krishna anything. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He's Atmaram. He's self-satisfied. No one can give him anything. No one. So no one can harm him. No one can harm him. So no one is his friend. No one is his enemy. But Krishna, when we approach him with love, then he wants to reciprocate. He is very reciprocal. He's very kind. He says, but one who is a friend in me, I'm also a friend in him. So if we want to be friends with Krishna, Krishna wants to also be friends with us. He's giving the proposal. If we are giving the proposal to become God's friend, and we say, no, I don't want to be God's friend, then the choice is ours. So why then are we worshiping Krishna in the temple by offering Krishna so many comforts, dressing him, decorating him, and giving him nice food? We should try to understand that Krishna does not need our offerings of nice garments, flowers, or food. But if we give such offerings to Krishna, we shall benefit. So if everything belongs to Krishna and Krishna doesn't need anything, then the deity worship is going on. And the deity, we are offering Krishna food, offering him flowers, offering him nice clothes. So if Krishna doesn't need, why are we giving him? We are giving him not because he needs anything. He does not need anything from us. But by giving him, we are getting benefited. We are gaining by giving Krishna. Thus, it is Krishna's favor that he accepts such offerings. If one decorates oneself, one's reflection in a mirror will also appear decorated. Similarly, since we are reflections of Krishna, if we decorate Krishna, we shall also be decorated. So if I stand near the mirror and I start putting makeup on the reflection. But I myself, when I move away from the mirror and I look myself in another portion of the mirror, that reflection will have no makeup at all because I just put it on the mirror. But if I really put makeup on myself, then my reflection will also be looking nice and beautiful. So that's the example that is given. We are all reflections of Krishna. We are reflections of Krishna, and we are just trying to decorate the reflection without serving the Supreme Lord. But if we decorate Krishna, automatically we get decorated. Automatic. In the Bible, it is said that man was made in the image of God, and this means that we are reflections of God's image. Man is made in the image of God. We are reflections of God's image. It is not that we invent or imagine some form of God according to our own form. So this human body, why does it look like this? Why does it have like 2 hands, eyes, nose? Why? Because Krishna's form is like that. Although it's not material. Now, there's a difference. We have to understand there's a difference between material and spiritual. But the image, how it looks like. We are made in God's image. So it is, and it is not that we invent or imagine some form of God according to our own form. So we don't have to imagine what God looks like. We do not have to make up something. No, God is showing us how he looks like. We just accepted that it is. We do not have to overthink things when there is no need to. Those who adhere to the Mayavad philosophy of anthropomorphism say the absolute truth is impersonal. But because we are persons, we imagine that the absolute truth is also a person. So some people say that, oh, right now, because I'm a person, I'm thinking that the absolute truth is a person because I'm a person. But that is a mistake. So the absolute truth is impersonal now. Okay. This is a mistake. And in fact, just the opposite is true. We have 2 hands, 2 legs, and a head because God himself has these same features. We have personal forms because we are reflections of God. Furthermore, we should philosophically understand that if the original person benefits, the reflection also benefits. So if we decorate Krishna, we shall also be decorated. If we satisfy Krishna, we shall become satisfied. If we offer nice food to Krishna, we shall also eat the same food. Those who live outside the temples of Krishna consciousness may have never imagined such palatable food as the food we are offering to Krishna. But because it's being offered to Krishna, we also have the opportunity to eat it. So we should try to satisfy Krishna in all respects, and then we shall be satisfied in all respects. So this is a point that Krishna accepts our service. He does not need it. He does not need. Everything belongs to him. What can we give someone when everything belongs to him? If like a child takes a rose from his mother's garden and gives it to the mother, and the mother is so happy, my child thought of me and gave me the rose, although the rose is coming from her garden itself. But she's just feeling happy that, oh, my child thought of me. That loving reciprocation is there. And so that's how. And then she will shower love on the child. She'll hug him, kiss him, give him more gifts. That's how it is between the living entity and Krishna. The more we try to think of Krishna, the more we try to serve Krishna, the more he gets happy, and everything we are getting back in return, in fact. We are getting back. So we'll stop here for today. We'll stop here for today. But we have to understand that Krishna's form is not material. It is transcendental. Krishna's form is not made of matter. He's not made of matter. Right now, we have taken on this material body. So this form is made of matter. But we, the spirit souls, we also have a spiritual form. We are spirit souls. We can't, because of everything for us is matter. We are trying to understand in the platform of matter, but it's spiritual, because Krishna is absolute. He does not have a material body, and the soul also does not have a material body. The soul has a spiritual body because it is spiritual. The soul exists, right? The soul exists, and what it exists, it is Satchid Ananda. So that form, it is spiritual. So we'll stop here for today. Kunti Maharani ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for reading and for listening and joining. Hare Bol.
Hare Bol.
So, thank you, Auntie Rashmi, Neha and Chandra Didi for joining. आंटी रश्मि, आज आपको 3:30 बजे टाइम है रीड करने को?
हाँ, 3:30 बजे।
आज टाइम चेंज करेंगे खाली आज के लिए?
तो हम लोग का क्लास 3 से 4 तक होता है ना भावना का।
ओह, आपका क्लास है 3 से 4 तक?
मंडे के दिन होता है ना, मंडे और थर्सडे 2 दिन।
2:30 तो 4 बजे?
हाँ, 4 बजे ठीक है।
4 बजे ठीक है?
हाँ हाँ
ठीक है, तो 4 बजे।
हाँ ठीक है।
थैंक यू। हिंदी में।
ओके, हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you. Chandra Didi, I'm going to sign out, and then after 5 minutes sign in again. Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.